Let's go over to Old Trafford, where Manchester United kick things off in Friday night style.
In 75 seconds.
With in 75 seconds. Where was it Pogba's goal first?
Yeah, penalty.
Yeah, penalty. So, hey, Pog back.
Again. Pog's back.
Back again. And Luke Shaw with his first senior goal. I couldn't believe this. First senior goal in his career. That's weird. 2-1 winners. Was it as comfortable as the scoreline may have suggested?
Trash.
Go on.
Man United are trash.
What do you mean, Man United? What is we? This is wearing a Man United top right now, by the way.
One of the best ones.
Yeah. So why do you think you lot are trash?
Because there was one point I think, like Leicester in midfield were just taking the piss.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and this is the thing. This is why I was like, I don't like the fact that we've gotten this goal early. I said it to my boys in the shop. I was like, I don't like the fact that we've scored so early because now Leicester are going to turn up, and when they turn up, are we going to turn up? Yeah. This is what I'm saying. So for me, Pogba for me, man of the match performance.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm so tired of man talking about who's going to turn up, who's going to shut up. The guy is sick. Like that was the performance I've said. This is the closest I've come to saying Pogba's world class. That's the closest I've ever come to saying he's a like the man that say it, I understand their argument, but he was
Why going behind the scenes though?
I don't
get it. I don't understand.
Listen. I'm gonna say this one statement and that's it. Mourinho will go before Pogba does.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I said last week.
Man United will not lose an academy player
for the second time.
For the second time.
I was going to say, can Man United afford to lose Pogba?
No. He's the face of the club.
If we lose Pogba, then
he's the face of the club.
Top four at all.
He's arguably the face of Adidas. Yeah. So the
face of the club doesn't mean United can't lose him.
No, as in...
I think the home thing is bigger.
No, what I'm saying is that if Mourinho is the problem, bro, safe.
If it's Pogba or Mourinho, Mourinho's gone.
Mourinho's gone. And so...
Player power,
No, but the thing is this, Mourinho's not... There are times I back Mourinho because some of the things he says people really take it out of context because they think Mourinho is the evil dark lord of this world, and it's like, guys, relax, because he said such a sick statement after was it before the game? Because they were asking him about like Liverpool City, and he's like, you media are able to make someone who finished second look like it's the greatest achievement, and people that finish below that person who finished second look like serial winners. Because the way man have been, like, I've listened to Sky Sports the last 2-3 weeks, they're talking like Klopp has lifted the title. And I'm like, guys, relax. Because for me, Liverpool have had the best transfer window I've ever seen them have. But if Liverpool don't win the league, it's the same old Liverpool. Because we don't care if you spend all this money winning.
Liverpool's not good enough to win the league.
So no, for me, forget all of that. Like, why has Mourinho not received credit for finishing second? I'm not giving him credit for the points gap. I'm just saying that the MVP of the season finished fourth. The second highest goal scoring team in the league.
The MVP?
Salah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Klopp. I was going to say...
Salah scored the most goals in the league and finished fourth.
And he finished fourth.
Do you see what I'm saying? He finished fourth. But man are talking about it. Like, and this is what I keep saying. Liverpool would take our season, we would take theirs. We would finish fourth for the Champions League final, they would finish second. Because what they did in the league
Would you take Liverpool's season?
No, in terms of the style of play and that. Not necessarily the position, but what I'm saying is that they would rather have a better representation of what they did than we would have.
Yeah.
Because we finished second. In terms of we finished second, but Liverpool finished fourth twice in a row off of this rock and roll football.
I struggle.
So where is the progress?
Okay.
We came from sixth and 2 trophies to second.
See, that's the thing. If you take Mourinho or Klopp
every day of the week.
Well, no, I'd say Mourinho because he's got the 2 trophies you mentioned.
No. In terms of
he's in the Champions League.
If we're talking about style of play. In terms of the maximising...
No, I mean the package.
I would take...
the package.
Mourinho's better than Klopp.
Yeah, cool.
That's a no-brainer. Yeah. Like, this is a man whose last trophy was in Germany.
Yeah.
Like, his last major trophy was 2011. Like, can man really deep it?
That's a long
You've
time.
lost 6 finals in a row, but man... And this is my point. Man are talking about his football and not his results.
But why is Mourinho biting to that?
Mourinho's biting to that because I think Mourinho's biggest disappointment is that the media don't love him anymore.
Yeah, but he did that himself.
Did he?
He made sure he was relevant, whether good or bad. He said, "I can be the villain or the I don't care. I'm in this." Because when it started when we got over the romance of Mourinho, is when he got sacked at Chelsea.
For me, the beginning of the end was Madrid.
No, I'm talking about the first Chelsea period. Because when he was sacked, we weren't looking at Mourinho anymore. Well, British media didn't talk about Mourinho at all. Right. Underneath, this guy won 3 league titles and a treble. Yeah. And then he came to Real Madrid, then it was a bit like Guardiola versus Mourinho. Yeah. But then Mourinho was the villain. Yeah. He was always the villain then. Yeah. Whereas at Chelsea, the first period, he was the baby face because Ferguson's the villain. Yeah, yeah. Ferguson's the villain. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's the villain. Yeah. Yeah. But Ferguson rid the wave. Yeah. He rid the wave the entire time. So 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 that's why I feel like in terms of like
for me Mourinho,
do you think he's jealous? Do you think he's like envious of it in that sense?
I think Mourinho is. I think he's disappointed.
Maybe not of
Klopp. I think his disappointment is that one, he's not winning the league. I think his biggest arch rival is across the road. Yeah. And I think that but the biggest disappointment for him is that he's not been backed. And
can you say that?
So yes. So it's a yes or no thing. Mm-hmm. Has Mourinho been backed? Like I was listening to Chris Hughton talk about our game coming up on Sunday, and he's saying like,
"Is that who you got?
Yeah, we got Brighton. We got Brighton on Sunday. We gave them 40 points last year."
I don't care.
I'm talking about, no, you have to.
No. You put them to bed.
No,
their performance against who did they? Watford? Nah, you put them to bed. Listen to Watford. Anyway. Carry on.
Listen. After the Leicester game, and for me, maybe I overreacted a bit, but it was.
Pissed?
No, I was upset, man. Because first game of the season, like we scored in the flipping first second. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, now dominate. Now you lot dominate. There were so many positives though. This is the thing about this is what summarizes the Mourinho era at United. It's so polarizing. Like. Andreas Pereira, for me,
that 15 shirt sounds promising. Looks promising.
So cold. And the thing, do you know why he's cold? He's not a defensive midfielder. He's a number 10 playing a deep line playmaker and pinging balls like he's Pirlo, bruv. Yeah. And I will say that he is pinging balls. No, he's sick, bruv. Okay. Then you got Fred. Fred for me, like.
You think so?
Bro,
I think he played well. I think people fakely see like he didn't.
No. When he gets a red card, none of us will be shocked. Yeah. And I say when.
For me, he needs oil in him.
He needs some because like, you can't get fouled and kick out at a man thinking we're still in Ukraine. This league,
I feel like he was adjusting. Like you can't.
Yeah.
I think on the ball, I feel like he was.
On the ball, he's sick, bro.
I feel like he was He's trigger happy. I feel like there is a red card coming.
But there's also a banger coming.
But there's a banger. He's
a sick goal that's coming.
He's very
just
trigger.
Like Fred. I like Fred. I think he's gonna grow into it. But for me, that midfield should have bossed Leicester's midfield, and they had their positives. But Leicester, for me, is team cohesion because Mourinho is individual prowess, whereas other teams actually play with a football identity. And we don't have one in its fullness, but Mourinho knows what he wants to do in 90 minutes. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that you're going to see the same thing happen at the same, in the final third, we have different ways of getting a goal. And I don't like that.
And that's really bad.
It's not great. It's not the worst thing, but because it doesn't come off so much, it's not the best thing.
I think it's really bad.
Yeah. So for me,
you never know how you're going to score, and it's like there's chances that you think, okay, play this ball now. There was even one time, I think it was when was it Sanchez? He was no, Rashford. That's it. Rashford was on.
By the way,
and Sanchez couldn't find him.
I will say this again. Yeah. Whoever ever wants to compare Martial to Rashford, you need to go home. And you need to sit on the toilet and think about why your brain operates the way it does. You see Rashford? Fair enough, man's not been under a great coach. Why is the guy running into the flipping adverts, bro?
Loan him.
Like, what are you doing?
Loan him out.
Like, Rashford was bad.
It was bad, yeah.
I'd give Leicester him and let him have
like
a season.
Rashford was bad. But again,
would be good, you know.
Again, you let Rashford go and he will say he's not been back because there will be no replacement for Rashford.
No, but you have Alexis Sanchez, you have Anthony Martial, and you have Lukaku.
Let's not talk about Alexis.
Listen, don't diss Alexis.
I'm not dissing Alexis.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Them two dogs in that trim, they need to fix him up, lad.
When Sanchez has that level 1, trust me, that's the best Sanchez you'll get. When Sanchez does not care, he just gets that one trim. And then he was banging for us when he had that level.
He was banging for you. No, I'm not dissing Sanchez. I'm saying that Sanchez was good at Arsenal because Arsenal play football.
Yeah, but Sanchez is your best player.
Nah, I disagree. I think Pogba's our best player.
Nah.
Have you seen our win percentage without Pogba? Oh gosh, let's not go there. Pogba's our best player.
We lost top 4 because we let go of Sanchez.
That's because you're not a better team than us.
I think we're better than what we suggested last season.
But you're not a better team than us. How many wins away from home?
I think Sanchez doesn't suit United. Like, well, I don't know.
Sanchez on paper should Sanchez. Listen, Sanchez on the Alex Ferguson. Oh god.
I think if Man United played with Sanchez, I think you're looking at you're the closest thing.
I'll be honest. We tried.
I don't know, man.
We did.
You gave it maybe 6 months.
But and that's why I'm not being fast to say because a lot of men are dissing him. I'm like, he wasn't great against Leicester though. Let's keep. I'll keep it apart.
There are games at Arsenal he smelled.
He was bad.
There are games where he smells.
But you not play football.
He smells in a lot of games.
But you not play football.
But he is the guy. He changed that game at the Etihad.
He did.
He himself changed that game at the Etihad.
He did.
When he just thought, "Nah, bun this."
What? 3 assists?
Was it? I think it was either 2 assists or I think it might have
3 assists and
then one of them.
Pogba got 2 goals.
Yeah. 3 assists. Yeah,
because Pogba was just looking around like, I'm playing with a good player.
Yeah.
Like I have a baller with me.
Literally.
So for me, going back to the point, because I don't want to take too much time. Mourinho has been backed, but the problem is that in every 4 players he wants, he gets 3. And usually, the 4th one is the difference maker. So it was Perisic 1 year. Yeah. And then it was Griezmann 1 year.
Yeah.
But we signed Sanchez because we didn't get Griezmann, in my opinion. That's why we did, because Griezmann would have occupied that left wing. Because
fair enough. Yeah.
Griezmann behind the striker is what I thought in my head, but Griezmann's not going to play.
Who would you rather have? You'd rather have Griezmann over Sanchez?
Right.
I think Sanchez is a better footballer than Griezmann. I think Griezmann works in that counter-attack style, but not from a wide area, from a narrow perspective. Yeah. Like Griezmann as like like when there's like you saw the counter-attack against Arsenal.
Yes.
You saw what he does for France in a like when Giroud.
Oh, Atletico's counter-attack. Yeah.
Against Arsenal. Yeah. When you're looking at what Giroud does for him for France, it's very narrow. It's not from wide coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so for me, if you've got Lukaku back at Everton, maybe I'll take Griezmann. But I'm not taking Griezmann as a winger,
no,
even though he because a lot of the goals he gets are from a narrow position.
But what I find annoying is that Sanchez has to be centre forward. I mean, we can sing this to the cows. It's never going to happen. But that's the best Sanchez.
It could happen.
It's like when he's centre forward.
For me, listen, give me this United team. I know exactly what I'm going to do. 3 at the back. 5 across the midfield
and 2 up top.
Tell
me it's Tony and Alexis. Please tell me it's that pairing.
Lukaku and Martial.
No. I was gonna say that's not even bad.
Stuff Lukaku, bro. If
you've
got Alexis and Tony,
you need 2 different ones.
I don't necessarily think you do, but if Lukaku was better at holding up the ball, I'm with you.
He's no Giroud.
The Lukaku had the Emirates.
He's no Giroud.
And then Lukaku at Watford. If we had that guy for 38 games, I'm with you. Because the hold-up play in those 2 games, he was sick.
Your 3 in the midfield would be who? Pogba, Matic, and Fred?
Listen, if it was me, you sign Ruben Neves.
Oh,
no, honestly, the guy is ill, blood.
You like him, man?
I've been a fan of him since he was at Porto. Captain of Porto at 18. Blood. Listen, and apart from all the accolades he has, look at him as a central midfielder. Ruben Neves is going to be ill this season. Like I'm happily going to predict that.
Fantasy point.
Like he's.
Let's not go there. I went for a gamble. I went for Sanchez captain. I thought let me go for a dark horse, but no one's watching it. The thing is, I love Sanchez. Sorry, but anyway.
Flipping. So 1 year it was Perisic, and Perisic would have made a difference on the left. United decided that 5 million was too much of a difference to pay, but we paid 90 million for a central midfielder. So cool. So whatever you want to make of that, you make of that.
Yeah.
Alvaro. From my sources, we went down to 55 million. Then on the last day, the day before the transfer window, we bid 40 million, and then the rest in add-ons. And Tottenham are like, and this is the thing, you see Daniel Levy, he's a wizard, blood, because
he's a leg man with the money, bro.
If he's your chairman, you love him. The guy said, I'm going to play chess, and I'm not going to blink first. And United blinked. and lost
One thing
Alderweireld.
I'll give Tottenham, they don't get bumped.
They don't get bumped.
Until well.
But the thing is this, we'll see in January, because if I'm United, I'll go in again in January. He's 25 million. I think.
Alderweireld.
If not January,
I'll
by
say
May,
he's got it, yeah.
This whole the whole like holding on to a player, it doesn't make sense if you're not going to play him. So I don't understand what.
It's not even that. It doesn't make sense if you're not going to sign a contract. You sign
Yeah,
these
if you don't
players
wanna
up.
keep him,
If you don't want to keep selling, get your fee, take the 55 and cut.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He should. His value is going to decrease if he doesn't play.
And he's going to go for free next.
Wait, how many games did he play last season?
You only played 4.
Four.
Wow.
This is one of the best centre backs in the league.
David, that can't
Didn't
be
play a game.
That can't be true.
Bro, I don't remember him playing a game.
I don't
No,
remember.
I remember it was Sanchez and Vertonghen.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, when Tottenham were wearing Nike, I don't think I've ever seen that guy.
Yeah,
Shot for them, bro.
Bro,
That was at the
but flipping Mourinho will say he's not been backed.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not trying to repeat myself this season. The board argument is, look at the squad you have. Why is Fosu
This thing of not being back, I'm not.
When I
I'm
saw
not
that,
with
I
it.
Why
was
is
shocked.
Fosu Fulham?
United,
last day,
United for me,
went on loan.
United for me are the best challengers to Man City on paper. This Liverpool thing
Because man are
is what it is. Is what it is. But Man United for me, if they don't finish outside the top 4, I think they finish second. You know what I mean? I think they challenge.
We have a massive
City.
chance of finishing second.
I think they challenge City.
But
But you know what made me think? You know how I said to you last week? I said, I don't believe this United thing. I don't believe Mourinho or whatnot. I don't believe Mourinho at all in this. About that, the whole hype. When he celebrated that second goal against Leicester, was that not weird, or was that just me being overthinking?
Mourinho for me is very
like relief.
He's very strange. I feel like Mourinho celebrate things. Like when he celebrated the Celta Vigo goal, I was like,
Is it to make it about him? Is it this whatever?
do you know this?
Yeah.
I think Mourinho sometimes is a lot more selfless than people give him credit for.
You think so?
But that's just my opinion. I'm not of the opinion that everything Mourinho does is there's a conspiracy behind it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the man just wants to celebrate. A man wore a suit and a white shirt with no tie, showing man his hairy chest. The guy was just on first game of the season. Let's actually kick off the season with a bang.
I came in with this.
Let's actually do this thing. AD's in the building.
AD just stepped in. So don't know. Remy, thoughts on United? I want to get your opinion. On
Yeah,
this.
I mean,
as a
game-
whole, and then the game as well. From free.
the game, I wasn't happy. Obviously, 3 points, you take it, but the performance was pretty bad. Leicester controlled the game.
By the way, before you continue,
Yeah.
Darmian is trash.
Oh yeah,
No, Matteo Darmian needs to go. Carry on.
yeah, he was poor. He was poor. Yeah,
Is it a confidence thing?
No, he's trash.
Okay, fine.
I think
He's a right
he's
back.
just not good
He
enough.
plays inside centre back.
Sorry, Matthew. I
What are you
tried.
doing?
I tried.
He's trash. He's dead.
But no,
He's Italian. Flips.
Yeah. If there is a position,
There is no Italian blood in him. That's a lie.
the first third of the pitch is what
yeah,
Italians
he's
are
a place
for.
with me.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I agree with Ernest that when the goal came that early, I was just like, we're just gonna sit back and just let Leicester play. And
At
play.
home.
At home, and I was like, what's the first half? I was watching it, and I was just like, I think it got to like half an hour, and I was like, wait a minute, I haven't seen United do anything for the last like 25 minutes. It's been a
Them
while,
games.
and then
Them kind of matches.
even then 35, 40 minutes, I'm just like, what's going? There's nothing. It was all Leicester. Madison scored. I'm like, it's the first half, first game back, and you're not even like trying to like push forward the crowd or quiet. I'm like, it's not how you start off. Like, go forward, move forward, try stuff. Pogba played well. He created. It's just I feel like he's got that confidence as well with the World Cup. He just looks like a mature player now, a more mature player.
Yeah, he does.
So I love the way he backed Luke Shaw in his interview. I love it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what. Yeah, I don't think he's a captain personally, but that for me is why, like, man,
He's
that's
shown more
outrageous.
leadership.
I
He's
rate
shown
the
more
guy,
That's
bro.
interesting, isn't it? Because it seems like there is divide between Mourinho and the players, or the players that are getting criticised.
Yeah.
Because why does Pogba feel the need to back Shaw? If say the camp is okay, say it's just
You don't say it's Shaw's body, but it's my bro. You just don't say that.
Even the Pogba thing, you don't say, like after the World Cup, you just don't say those things like, he suits the 7 games of the World Cup. Why do you say it? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
It doesn't
Really
make
a
sense.
savage, man.
Like,
The guy is
it's
savage.
just, and then even then, the media's going to turn around and twist it in some way.
Do you know what I think he was trying to say in that? It's just my opinion. I think he was talking to the board. I think he was trying to say that he has a much better team in France than at United. So back me.
Is that true?
The France team is better than us.
Yeah, he does. He does have a much better team.
The France team is
But
better.
I just think
that's
Mourinho
true.
hasn't
Do
covered
you think
himself
so?
in glory with the way he's spoken about Pogba, and it's only reflecting badly on Pogba himself, and then that's the whole team because he's the best player in the team.
Because if your manager's not, because he said he made a lot of good comments post-match press conference, but why haven't you spoken like this before? He said Pogba was a monster. I've never heard him say that before. Why are you saying that? Pogba's been a beast. Like, I'll say more. Like, a lot of people are saying he had a average season, but he had more good games than bad last season.
Oh yeah.
Like, Pogba was sick last year.
Is that because in comparison to his first season, it was like, okay, what is the point of this guy?
His first season, this again, it comes back to structure. It comes back to the way we play. If United players actually made runs, oh my gosh,
It would be amazing.
oh my gosh.
20 assists even.
Yeah.
You know. It's just I think the way in which we're playing is not suiting. You know, Pogba. He's just what they
When
say, you know,
Mbappe saw Pogba had the ball, he knew what
He
time
knew.
it
Just
was.
said.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're not making
Ooh,
runs in
time.
behind,
Yeah.
and if they do, is like
And we
it's
haven't
super
done that
late.
since
It's
Alex
just
Ferguson.
it's pretty.
And it's weird because your pitch is so big. Like, use the space.
Ronaldo,
like,
Tevez,
run on.
and Rooney used to love Old Trafford. Counter-attacks at Old Trafford. Oh gosh, bro, it
we'll
was
be running
long.
forever.
Oh, it was long.
I remember,
Nanny at Old Trafford.
I
Oh,
remember I was
man.
watching an interview and John Terry was like saying, but when we played at Old Trafford, it always felt like there was like 10% more pitch. Like, it was
It's
just
a
so
massive
much
pitch.
bigger, so it's so much harder for them.
Absolutely. But well,
We still take the 3 points because you know if Schmeichel had scored at the end, then we would have all been fuming. But you know,
Schmeichel, you know.
because when Vardy scores, like, oh, don't.
why
do
was
this.
Vardy on the bench? I don't know, why were the new players on the
No,
bench?
because apparently we had a little slight injury. Or
What's
whatever.
going on with Klopp?
A lot of managers are just being cautious because if you cause an injury to man because you forced him on, because they're already talking about Roberto Martinez and how we replace
Yeah,
him.
what's that about? Why is Klopp? I mean, he's been backed this much in the window.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
He's been backed in the
No,
window.
but listen again. I'm starting to have a hate relationship with English media. I think they're all trash.
Hate.
Like I don't like Sky Sports. I don't like sensationalism. Like stop it, man. Is Pogba gonna stay at Man United? First thing I saw when I went to work this morning, like, bro, we just won a game. Can you talk about the win, please? Yeah. Like for real, because Liverpool, you talked about the win. City, you talked about the win. Chelsea, you talked about the win. I saw Jorginho's penalty 10 times today.
Holy smokes.
But Man United is Pogba good. It's like, come on, man.
What a penalty.
Oh,
Will
I'll say
Pogba stay though by the end of the week?
I'll say this, like I said in the beginning,
We are the media.
Mourinho will leave before Pogba does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you look at A, like his role in the team, and then B, commercially, no way is he leaving.
There is no.
So
way.
if
I
Barca,
don't think that commercially means much.
I was going to say the commercial part because he can be the face of Adidas while being at Barca. He can because that's a personal signing.
But for Man United,
but will Man United let him go to Barca?
Ed Woodward.
Yeah, bro,
No
Yeah.
way.
No way.
it'll be
If that happens, Woodward's getting the sack.
All I think is going to
Glazers
happen. If it
are gonna
does happen,
ask
it
questions.
can happen
Man,
The
next.
Glazers are going to ask questions, blood. Why?
Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Pogba's going nowhere, in my opinion.
I think
What, for how
I think
long?
players are what's the word? They're rotatory. So Pogba can have 2 off seasons and he's not the Pogba. So he could go. Do you know what I mean?
What does that mean? I'm confused.
As in he's the face of United now. He's the face of United this season.
Yeah, like he's just spoken the
Last
will.
year.
The will continues,
Yeah,
standing,
it's-
but is from
Yeah,
But I'm saying
This relationship is so fruitless.
he just spoke on the will. The will
the will
continues
continues.
to spin.
But my thing is that with Pogba, if he's not happy, and if like I'm sure he's happy, but like if this carries on with Mourinho and like the squad just not working out, or Mourinho just causing more trouble. He's gonna leave eventually.
Again,
So
I think
it might not be this. It's not gonna be this window. I think it's
Mourinho
done.
will leave before
It will be.
Pogba.
It might be.
Because Mourinho is more dispensable than Paul Pogba.
Exactly.
we agree with
No,
this.
I agree.
We all agree on that point.
Yeah.
But listen, if Barcelona put 200 mil 31st of August at midday, do Manchester United wobble?
United will turn down 200. But I think a little bit.
Hold on, cool. Forget financially, practically, who do we sign?
No, you can't.
Exactly. So why would you do it?
Because Pogba doesn't want to stay at Manchester United.
Modric.
Say
But
it's
he's
the
still on the
argument.
contract.
No, say it's the argument. I don't want to be here anymore.
He's still on the
And-
contract.
And he hands in a transfer request.
He's still on the contract.
Yeah, but
Yes,
it's like
yes.
it's like a
Eden Hazard and Real Madrid.
it's like
Yeah.
that's like a
like
Courtois
Courtois.
thing. If Courtois like, bro, I don't want to pay for
No,
Chelsea.
it's not the same.
Courtois had a year
Because Courtois had a year left on the
Courtois
contract.
had a
He goes
Okay,
for free.
that's what you mean.
So-
But let's just say Pogba hands in a transfer request. Says I don't want to be here as long
He's
as that
not
manager,
going
as long as that
anywhere.
manager is there,
He's not
and
going
Barcelona bring
anywhere.
200,
I don't know
200 million.
what other language you lot want me to say.
You don't think Man United will
He's
sell
not.
it?
Why? We lost him for 800 grand. And sign him out for that. You think we're going to be made fools of again?
Because no,
you think Man United will do that?
because no player,
Come on, guys,
because Manchester United are not the kind of club that hold a player hostage against their will.
Alex Ferguson is not there anymore.
You got rid of all of them. You've got rid of all of those players that don't want to be there. You've got rid of all of them.
Are they Pogba?
Eventually.
No, they're not.
But I don't.
Okay,
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't think. Like, okay, Pogba is amazing, but if he at one point he does want to go, we're not just gonna say, okay, well,
No. But what's that one point he's saying today?
That
one point is not
this
window.
I'm saying he hands that request at night.
This window,
if
I don't
it's a
see that
Courtois
happening.
situation, he has a year left on his contract, and you could lose him for free. Of course, you'll take 200 grand.
No, I'm talking in today's
today
between now and August 31st.
Yeah, okay. In this window,
I
there's
don't know
no
what
point. There's
language you
no
don't
point.
want me to say.
I'm not saying there's no point. I'm not arguing. I'm not
Honestly,
saying, and I'm not saying,
bro.
and I'm not saying you should you say
not
that.
good.
He's not
What I'm
good.
saying
No,
is,
no.
will Manchester United, the club that you guys support, that you don't know, will they wobble
Pogba
at
will get a
200
new
million?
contract,
Plus
and
a
Mourinho will
transfer
get an
request.
Uber back to Stamford Bridge before Pogba goes. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Pogba's not going
I
anywhere.
hope so. I just hope so because I don't want
Pogba's
the
not
money
going
can speak
anywhere.
sometimes, isn't it? So that's the
listen,
thing. I don't know.
Furthermore, dude,
But the Barca have to
Bring-
pass
pass-
I don't know what these Glazers will do. But
Listen,
I would
Glazers,
trust them.
sus,
They're
bro.
taking 150.
They-
You know that for a
they-
fact.
This is what I'm saying. They can get off.
That's-
If them man intervened, like,
and that's for advice.
Yeah.
For advice.
Listen,
You know you're playing Football Manager, and someone bids for your player, and it just gets accepted. You can't even reject. Bro, the board have said it's too much.
Can't offer man a new contract. He's gonna have that club. It's just the red thing at the top.
Listen.
That's low. Bro.
on a monetary thing, Pogba is not going
On a
anywhere.
monetary thing.
No, is that real? Like,
Listen,
not
man.
gonna do it.
All I'm saying is let a club shake Old Trafford, man, with 200 million.
If that happens,
Is that enough to
if
shake?
that happens, it's
That's not enough. I don't think that's enough.
Is that enough to shake?
United,
200 million.
United,
No, bro.
United didn't pay for 200 mil for
Bro,
Pogba. They know.
Bro, Neymar went for 200, and let's keep it a buck. That's old news.
That's old news.
It's actually old news.
Okay.
the currency.
There is a fee, though.
They're all, every player has a price.
Okay.
Every player has a
Okay.
price.
Real
I'm saying,
Okay.
I'm saying it's not 200.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Salah Mane.
They man need to just get that guy on.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because they have a.
I heard reports that Juve wanted him back. Feet next to Ronaldo. Hey, that was crazy.
Liverpool slaughterhouse. What is it back? It's Hell's Kitchen back, bro. Slaughterhouse now. Before we start watching Liverpool and Liverpool, listen. No, I don't care. I'm here to get them. It's like the 4th year in a row I'm mentioning this time.
Tactically,
Them ain't no rush.
West
He
Ham.
got it wrong.
Listen, West Ham played a highlight.